Hi, Scott here, Murky Shadows. I wanted to make a little bit of an explainer video of showing like the equipment that I use and how I go about using it so I can gather the best information and the evidence I can from the sessions that I have. Try to control the environment as much as I can, which that doesn't really, ain't much you can do about that. But what you can do is control your equipment and how it works, what it picks up, how it transmits. You got to know your equipment out there to make really good videos to gather your evidence with. So, for starters, I have the Sono x10, and mine is on an old Android phone I have. It's a Motorola G Pure. It was given to me like 2021, right when it came out. It was still in the box, brand new. Friend gave it to me. I think actually my father-in-law gave it to me, and I've had Sono x10 on it ever since. Okay, my phone. I'll go through that first. Motorola G Pure. It's Android. It doesn't have a SIM card in it. Never has had a SIM card in it. I never asked my father-in-law why he didn't want it or anything. Didn't like it probably. So SIM card's never been in it. It has it's only connected to. It had Wi-Fi on it long enough to transfer apps over to it that I use, and then it's been off ever since. Airplane mode is always on. Mic permissions off on everything, except like, I don't know, I think one of them I have to on there, but I mainly 99% of the time I just use the Sono x10, so the mic doesn't work on it. Well, it does, but the permission is off of it. And the Sono x10, you can go through your settings either on Android or Apple, and you can look to see which apps ask for permission to use. And the Sono x10 has never asked permission whatsoever. And but just on the end case, like I said, everything is disconnected from this phone as I possibly can, so that way it's not listening to me. It's not like downloading updates from the developer of the Sono x10. And plus, I have this little dummy plug in there that goes into the auxiliary port for your like headphones and stuff, your mics. When you use a mic, plug it in there. Well, that's always in there until I put it in the box. Once I put it in the box, I got to take the plug out so it will hook up Bluetooth to my speakers, which I'll explain here in a minute. So, Sono x10, it can't gather, it can't listen to me. No mic permissions, never asked for permission. The box that I have it in that you see in my videos, it's this one here. You'll either see it in front of a stone, or usually, majority of the time, it's behind the headstone, just so that helps, to whatever information it might be gathering. It's very limited. Now, the inside of it looks like this. This is what it looks like. And that material that I have is just neoprene and cork, and it's about like 2 inches all around in the bottom, and plus, well, the top, maybe like 1 inch thick. And then the silver tape is just Havoc tape I just had on hand. It doesn't block out Bluetooth or anything. Frequencies, they still come through. So that doesn't do anything with that whatsoever. Then I have this other foam padding it on the inside also, because I want to dampen the vibrations and the listening or the sounds that it will pick up. And then for an extra bonus, I have this little Bluetooth, this white noise generator, which is also in the orange box with the Sono x10 playing. Okay, so that's always on and they're running. Then my speakers, real quick, they're simple, cheap, about 15 bucks. I use Onan speakers, got 2 of them. I like these because they can sync up, so you'll have a left channel and a right channel, and it just sounds better in stereo anyway. And just kind of a little bit more on what I do for the speakers, because people say, well, it's listening to you talking through the mic on the speakers. Well, not so much for me. It's not doing that with me because it can't do that with me, because I pull these little, you can pull the top out here with the cover. There's 6 screws in here. You pop them out, you take them out, open it up, okay, and then the mics are cut, okay. Oh, you can see that a little bit right there, that little gray wire right there, that's the mic wire. My speakers do not have mics in them whatsoever, okay. They're cut out. They just doesn't work. And you'd be really surprised the size of the microphone speaker in them. They're so little, and it's just crazy what them little things, you know, when you're calling somebody, stuff like that, talking through Bluetooth. It just amazes me, the technology we have in speaker technology. It's just, I think they're like condenser mics or something like that. It's just amazing what they can pick up. And then I record this on my other my regular Android phone, and the speaker that I use, or the microphone that I use, it's just another cheap Walmart, I think, brand that I use. I think I paid like 20 bucks. The Bluetooth speakers I use, they're about 15 bucks a piece. The little white noise generator, Dollar General, I think I paid maybe 5 bucks, maybe 8 the most on it. And so no matter what, the Sono x10 app on my end can't gather any information whatsoever from it. And if somebody can comment to me and, you know, think, hey, there's another way it could probably, you know, I have sandboxed this app on that phone and the other stuff that I use the best that I can. In my mind, it's a probably 99% cut off. It might be a little 1% thing, but it's not listening to me. It can't listen to me. There's no mics for it to go through or anything. It's not connected through a wiring from where I have it. The box is like 10, 15 feet away from me. Most of the times, it's behind a tombstone too. So, but about 15 feet is about as far away as I can get. Especially like behind a tombstone, the headstone, the granite will block it out. You can't get more than 12, 15 feet away, or I can't get away from the box, the orange box. And then when I get done with the sessions, I'll come home. Well, first, when I get done with every session, I'll turn off the Sono x10 or the Android phone. I'll turn it off completely in between my sessions when I take a little bit of break in between. And I'll probably do like 2 or 3 of them a day sometimes. And for a 20-minute session, I transcribe everything. And it takes me about 2 weeks to transcribe a 20-minute session. And I can get a 10-minute one done probably in about a week, a little bit less than a week. That way, put some headphones on, and the details that you can hear coming out, it's just amazing that the responses that you can hear in between. And so far I've got, it's amazing. That's why I'm still intrigued with the Sono x10, because I have gotten 4,200 totally different phrases. Think about that, 4,200 different phrases. And in like maybe a full 20-minute session, you're talking close to about 2,100 words to develop the phrases. Okay, not just saying, it's impressive. Okay, I gotta like take my hat off to the developer for the Sono x10, and I've gotten 428 different names They're mostly just first names. But I have gotten a couple, not a lot, but probably a handful of full names that are relevant to the people I'm communicating with or trying to communicate with, because you don't know who you're talking to, okay, or what you're talking to, or if you're talking to anybody else, but you just don't know. There's no way of really knowing for sure until you do know at the end, kind of a thing. So, yeah, the word bank is just amazing on this app. It just continuously, and it's not updating. You got to keep that in mind. It can't update because there's just no way for it to do it unless it's doing it illegally. But I highly doubt that. I don't think no Spirit Box app developer is going to ruin his life over a free app that invades your phone privacy legally. So just on the in case, I sandbox this phone, that app, Sono x10 app, best that I can, okay? To control the most that I can in my sessions, to give me the best quality and time during a session that I know I'm getting. So, and my speaker that I use, or my mic, it's just another cheap Walmart, I think $20 for it. 2 speakers, $15. And the white noise, like I said, probably $8 or so. Just really cheap. My tripods I use, you can get some really decent, really nice ones actually at secondhand stores. I think my most expensive one was like around $9, and that's with tax. I think I got that at the Goodwill one time, and that's all I use. I've learned that you don't want to use cheap Walmart plastic tripods when you're out in the cemetery. They do not last long. And for $20, you can buy probably 4 of them, heavy duty aluminum ones from secondhand stores. So, like I said, Sono x10. Got the free version. It's completely sandboxed. You can't use the mics, can't download, update, nothing. Can't connect to the Wi-Fi or internet anywhere. The mics are cut off in my speakers that I use on the Bluetooth, and I just record on my regular Android phone, and that's all I use, guys. I've been ghost hunting stuff since 2005. I came across the Sono x10 during COVID. I've been using it ever since. So I've had a lot of really interesting sessions. Just the ones you see on YouTube is just the tip of the iceberg of what I got. So if comment or something, you interested in something more or different, or you got any advice or tips that could be used also to make things a little bit more tighter and with the way I use things, I'm all for it. Listen for input, advice. If you want some input or advice, comment, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I just wanted to let you know how things are done that I do, and have fun out there and be safe. Bye.